How is it going, everybody? I am the Zabin here on Broadcast Zabin. And I am gonna go over the item shop yet again, because you know that's just the usual here on this channel these days. I'm a little late. It's not on par with exactly as soon as it came out, but you know we're a little here. We're on somewhat of a time. Gonna go ahead and set up my second screen here. It won't take that long, but as usual, for those who know me, say that we judge these pretty fairly, but we always separate the featured from the daily. So we'll go ahead and go right into that. Planet Earth, how you doing, my man? If you want to talk a bit more about that, there's always our Discord. Remember, the Discord's open all the time, so you could always mention something like that via the Discord. I don't know if live stream is perfect for a situation like that. So let's go and judge these things here. Starting off, oh, it was a little too late, but the crystal skin. Is it weird that I kind of like this skin? I don't know, something about it. It's pretty simple, it's basic, it's nothing that's like outgoing, but for some reason I just like it. I think it is the hair. I think PB Joey might be right when he says hair is kind of like an important thing. I think that's what this is. I think the hair is what gets it for me. I do like the blue though. The blue with the purple, two best colors. I think pink has to be my second. I don't know, blue and purple are kind of tied. One of them has to be third. I don't know, colors are hard. Not too bad, 800 V-Bucks, fair price, especially since it has no back bling. I think this is reasonable. Doesn't look bad, not your usual default, so by all means, let's go to. Actually, I think it might be a play on one of the defaults. I don't know. I'm gonna look into that a little more in the future sometime. The Bronto, or is it the Nah, it's the Bronto. I wish it was like the Broto. But this one isn't too bad. We have Rex, we have Triceratops. I think it was about time that we had the Brontosaurus, and here we have it. And I'm actually pretty happy about this, just because it is the colors that I really like. Honestly, mwah, perfect. I love it. I actually kind of want this. I don't have the V-Bucks for it, though. And I really should not be spending V-Bucks. But it is there. It looks awesome. I think if I would have invested my 10 bucks yesterday instead of whatever the heck I spent it on and used it for this, it would have been a lot better of an investment. But this is definitely a nice one, man. Like, I don't have Triceratops or Rex, and those are two skins that I already want. So this would be awesome to have, honestly. The Pterodactyl, this one, I feel like always, you know, whenever the Dino Guard comes out, you have to get the Pterodactyl. I feel like they should touch this up, not this one in particular, but make a new one where it actually looks like the genuine dino instead of it being this more robotic, goofy looking one, just because I think that would make it a lot better, honestly. Like, could you imagine if they really did do a bit more of a cooler pterodactyl, or even just a regular pterodactyl? Like, that would look awesome. But there's nothing wrong with this one if you really like the more goofier tone. I mean, the eyes are just bulging out. But if it's not too bad. 1,200, I mean, for what it is, it's okay, but I think it might be a bit overpriced. Definitely this Pickaxe, Bite Mark. It's those toys that you would get when you go to the zoo that, like, you press this little button and it, like, opens and closes the mouth. I always thought those were kind of cool, kind of fun. But, this is definitely overpriced. 1,200, honestly, for this is way too much. It would have been cool if maybe like you run with it or something and like the head moves. Just like a little detail to kind of make it a little bit more worth it. Heck, even if it had an alternate style, since it does look like a dinosaur, maybe a T-Rex. I don't know what kind of dinosaur this is, but maybe if it had alternate colors to it, where the dinosaur changes colors, that would have been a lot better. Next on the featured is the, I believe, Bubble Bomber? Yes, how do I remember? Now, this one's actually featured on their Instagram story for some reason, but it isn't that bad. It's pretty much like a default with, you know, just alternate everything. I mean, it has a nice pink with blue on it. It is, again, just a regular default. Well, it would originally would have these visors on. Hair is completely different. It even comes with a back bling. So 1,200, I can understand. I could get behind it being that much. It isn't horrible by all means. The colors, I think, aren't too bad. I mean, honestly, I can see myself rocking this someday. Someday, I feel like I would end up having this. I actually have a visor somewhat similar to this. It, like, comes in and hangs on your nose right here. But other than that, like, I have something kind of similar to that. Now, this has a pickaxe. Now, that pickaxe, it should have just said reactive. Because about this, the little balloon, it reacts to when you hit something. So it'll start off as this very tiny thing. Gets big, bigger. This is really big, and then bam. So it's more like a bubble gun than it is a balloon when you think about it, because you could see the little like splat here. Regular balloon wouldn't do that. So I think that's pretty cool. Just a little thing that they added. The colors are nice. By all means, 800 for something like that. I think it's kind of fair. Bubbly bombs. Now this is an interesting wrap because it copies sort of the design that's already on the character, which is these 2D cartoony just silhouettes of a bomb, just all white on the pink. And then in the light blue, they have the pink bombs that look a little bit more detailed, still like a cartoony 2D style. Looks nice. I genuinely like this. It's just very interesting to see this the way that it is. Alright, now this one, I can tell you right now, we already have, you know, because, you know, it totally just says. But it is the Raven and Ravage skin. Now, obviously, and I'm just going to straight off the bat, Ravage is just a little bit more worth it just because you do get the character, the back bling, as well as a contrail, all for 2,000 V-Bucks, which of course is going to be worth it. As opposed to the Raven, who is just overall an iconic character who's only 2,000 V-Bucks. If he would have came with maybe the glider, or the pickaxe, or wrap, or something a little extra, or maybe just an alternate style to him, I think maybe this would have been worth the 2,000 V-Bucks. I mean, again, he's an iconic skin. He isn't like something insane by all means, but he's awesome. I think he's cool. I have his Deadpool variants just because it was a bundle for 2,000 V-Bucks, where I can get him and another one for, well, 2,000. And that was more worth it. So definitely Raven's a cool looking iconic one. This one obviously being the female variant, and I think the female variant isn't as popular with people. Maybe not. I feel like I might have seen more people with the Ravage than Raven, but regardless, I think this one should have been a bit more iconic due to sales. But point is, it's not a bad looking skin. I mean, again, back bling, character, and a contrail all for just the 2,000. I mean, it's pretty much worth it. Of course, you gotta have the pickaxe. I don't know why I had a hard time thinking of it. Pickaxe is pretty cool. It still fits the theme of this Raven. It's a scythe. Fits the Raven stuff on it. Has this mythical purpleness to it. Of course, you got the feathers on the end, which is awesome. Other than that, not too shabby, to be honest. Of course, I have it. But as a set overall, it's not too bad. It's one of my favorite skins, honestly. When it comes to around Halloween, I typically would wear these. Of course, Feather Flyer. This is very similar if you are a part of like the Luchador set. I think it's a Luchador set, but the Luchadors. They have something just like this where the wings, I think, are like green and red or something like that, but it's same thing. It's a glider. They just, basic Chapter 1 glider, they added in wings to it, something in the middle to hold it. Of course, this one's very Raven themed. It's all black. It has purple. It looks awesome. I like it. Now to move on to our daily, we have 3 emotes, a wrap, and 2 skins. We're going to start with the Corrupted Voyager here with the Xenopod, which, to be honest, the skin is in my opinion, it's only like decent or okay, just because it is a, well, an astronaut. A little overpriced. I think what this should have had, similar to what they did with the Scientist, I believe, is have alternate styles for this right here. Maybe, I know it's called the Corrupted Voyager, but it could have easily had a different pattern in the face while still being corrupted. Or you can have had it where maybe the helmet's removed, and then instead of it being a human, it could have been a monster or some type of alien. It could have been something related to this little squid thing on the back, just saying. But 1,500, I think maybe a bit overpriced. I don't know. I think that might be up for debate on pricing. Now, here's an overpriced one. 1,200 for the Brawler. Now, personally, I do kind of like this one because it is a sailor. It's a default in the theme of like a sailor. Of course, you got like the anchor here, anchor there. You'd have your ranking right here. And that's pretty much it. It's this very like dark steel navy blue, I guess, since it is sailor, so navy blue. It is just a navy person. Overall, you know, they probably could have a style without the barrette, or maybe some like shades added onto it or something like that. But honestly, I think it isn't too bad. Again, it is definitely overpriced, but it is a skin that was put into the game, at least in the files in Season 1. Again, I learned that when it says introduced in Season whatever, that means that's when it was put into the files. It doesn't mean it's released in that season. It means that's when it was placed into the game. Fractal Zero. It's an okay wrap. I mean, it's actually not that bad. I kind of like it just because it's animated. It has everything to do with 0 Point. If you guys don't know what 0 Point is, 0 Point, it is the... getting my tongue twisted here. 0 Point was when the black hole happened and everybody was getting sucked in. This is literally that. It is the moment that you would see everybody getting sucked into the black hole, and that's pretty much it. So it's pretty cool to see that they decided to incorporate that into a wrap. Not bad. And of course we have 3 emotes. I already have 2 of them. The third one we definitely do not have. So of course we got to go through the ones we have, and we're going to start with Pierette. Pierette? Pierette. Boo 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 boo. Now, honestly, this isn't too bad. If we're gonna be honest, I think this emote isn't like the worst, just because all you're doing is spinning. That's it. It's very well, who would be about it? We don't even have, I just realized we don't have a ballerina skin, although you can definitely see a lot of skins that this works with. I don't think this works with the skin that we're using at the moment, but I could definitely see quite a few skins maybe working with this, but I'm surprised they didn't have like some type of ballerina or something to go along with it. Infinite Dab from Season 4. Wow, 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 wow. This is an old one, man. I'm still surprised to see that it's still coming back. That's how you know it's worth it. But I remember getting this just because I used to like it. I was like, hit the dab, 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 dab. Not a bad... Probably won't see me doing this too much anymore, but it used to definitely be one of those emotes that I would tend to do a lot, or at least quite often. And then lastly, in Season 3, we have the Rock Out emote. Is Volume 11 the Power Chord emote? I mean, the emote, sorry, the Power Chord skin? I mean, even if it was or wasn't, it still goes along with, I think, the Power Chord, just because it was, you know, this punk rock girl, and then, you know, of course you can have the guitar going along with it. It just makes a lot of sense. And of course, obviously, you can't change the color of this, but it would be cool if you could change the color of the guitar. Not bad. I definitely know, I think PB Joey might have that one. If not, no, he definitely does have that one. I remember him using that. Alright, with that said, we do have a final verdict here. I think it probably isn't too hard to decide which one's the best here. So, for the featured, I am obviously going to give it to the Raven and the Ravager. What is there in? Their Nevermore set. There you go. So, the Nevermore at number 1, and then Dino Guard at number 2, with Bumble Bomber being at 3. Reasoning for that is just Ravage and Raven. Again, they're more of the iconic skins since the beginning of Fortnite. The Ravage came with 3. I mean, you got the skin, the backbling, and the contrail, as opposed to Raven, which was only just a skin and backbling. So there's a little bit of a difference there if you were to pick that, but obviously I think it just looks a little bit cooler. It's darker toned. Again, that's kind of like one of the skins that I would definitely use near like Halloween. Crystal and the Bronto are definitely going to be second place. Well, obviously Crystal isn't, in fact, a Dino Guard, but for some reason, they always put Bronto and the Crystal together. I'm not really sure why that is. I originally thought that maybe she was some type of explorer, scientist, or something having to relate to it, but it doesn't really appear to be that way. So if I were to rank that, obviously Bronto would be the winner here, just because it's awesome to see a purple dinosaur with like blue diesel on it. And then of course Crystal is just a default, so she kind of wins the race here between, you know, these two, because Bubble Bomber is a default, is nice colored in pink and white and light blue, and I think isn't too bad. Some of the stuff she has is not that bad, like for example the wrap and the pickaxe, which I think the pickaxe definitely shined, definitely way more than this one. But regardless, I think that's just the way I see it. So you have the Nevermore, the Dino Guards, and then the Bubble Bomber. For the daily, I want to kind of give it to Brawler, just because I'm not really too much of a fan for the astronauts, you know, like I'm not really too much of a fan of this being what it is. Just my taste. Brawler looks like a sailor, someone from the Navy. I like it. Colors are nice. It would have been better if they would have had a back bling, right? But they don't. Very unfortunate. 1,200 is definitely a lot, but it is kind of cool. I wish it would have been like maybe Bubble Bomber a bit, where it had some type of alternate style, or Recon Expert who recently got an alternate style, but it simply just does not. Fractal Zero, again, not a bad wrap. If you want to pay 500 for it, by all means, go right ahead. And lastly, the emotes. Now, this one's a little tricky because I feel like they're all almost just the same to me, but I think I'm going to put Infinite Dab at number 1, Rock Out at 2, and then Pierette at 3. Just because I really don't use this emote too much, but I definitely have it just in case. You know, it's one of those things that I always feel like, okay, you know, just in case something happens. Infinite Dab, I think, is just the best, just because while you're dabbing, it's very simple. The music isn't horrible by all means, not really that annoying. Rock Out isn't that bad, just because I think it fits number 2, just because it is a lot of V-Bucks. You know, money is a factor in this. 800 V-Bucks for, you know, a character just to play the guitar. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing the guitar. The rock music on it actually isn't that bad. But again, just sort of my taste, I guess. I do want to give this the second place, and then Pierette in third. So by all means, I hope you guys took my thoughts and opinions on all these skins and everything in here with a grain of salt, because I would assume that's what everybody would do. But yeah, you know, I understand that everybody's thoughts and opinions are very different from one another, so I do hope that you guys are taking mine with a grain of salt. And if you guys want to state your opinions, by all means, you guys can go to the comment section down below and let me know, what do you guys think about this item shop? Was it good? Was it okay? Was it bad? Maybe you like the Rock Out emote more than these. By all means, down below, go join our Discord. Yeah, you thought I was gonna say go join the comment section. Nope. Actually, I almost kind of did, but join the Discord. If you do that, it's actually a bit more direct of a way to be like, hey, you know, I kind of preferred this over this and yada yada. And of course, I will take your thoughts and opinions, you know, respectfully, grain of salt there. Of course, life is what it is. So anyway, announcements. This Friday, 1:30 p.m. Central Time, if you want to be a part of our thumbnail, please do. Join the Discord. That is the only place that I'm allowing people to go ahead and you know, come together, do a quick screenshot, or actually, hopefully a quick gameplay, really. And then once that's kind of said and done, right, then the first 4, okay, get this, the first 4 of you to join, and by join I mean like hopefully this, like you would be the first one in here, but I think maybe we'll do that a little bit differently. Maybe the first few of you guys to go ahead and come in and attend will have your name, your Epic account name, okay, listed on the thumbnail as well. So if you're like the 5th person to come in, I'm sorry, you could still be a part of the thumbnail, but your name will not be on the marker, just because it only has placement for 4 people, not 5. So definitely try to be in ASAP. And again, the only way we're going to do this is adding you guys via Discord. So join the Discord, let me know your epic names, mine apparently seems to be an issue with a lot of people. It's either going to be the real Zaben or Hyena Punk or who knows, you know? Everybody's just like, I don't know, so... And if it doesn't work, we'll try to find some way around it. We always seem to have a lot of issues. So anywho, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, hit that like and subscribe. Do the same for the other channel, The Zaben Project. And I'll see you guys next time when... Well, we are going to do this again, so tomorrow. But anyway, as always, stay kind, stay healthy.